The story about Pink. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful young duck named Pink. Pink lived with his mother and his father and 2 sisters and 3 brothers and 11 aunts and 7 uncles and 42 cousins. Their home was a boat with 2 wise eyes on the Yangtze River. Each morning, as the sun rose from the east, Pink and his mother and his father and sisters and brothers and aunts and uncles and his 42 cousins all marched, one by one, down a little bridge to the shore of the Yangtze River. All day they would hunt for snails and little fishes and other pleasant things to eat. But in the evening, as the sun set in the west, Lalali would call the master of the boat. Quickly, Pink and all his family would come scurrying. Quickly, they would march, one by one, up over the little bridge and on to the wise-eyed boat, which was their home on the Yangtze River. Pink was always careful, very, very careful not to be the last, because the last duck to cross over the bridge always got a spank on the back. But one afternoon, as the shadows grew long, Pink did not hear the call because at that moment Pink was wrong side up, trying to catch a little fish. By the time Pink was right side up, his mother and his father and his aunts were already marching, one by one, up over the bridge. By the time Pink neared to the shore, his uncles and his cousins were marching over, and by the time Pink reached the shore, the last of his 42 cousins had crossed the bridge. Pink knew he would be the very last duck if he crossed the bridge. Pink did not want to be spanked. So he hid. Pink hid behind the grasses, and as the dark came and the pale moon shone in the sky, Pink watched the wise-eyed boat slowly sail away down the Yangtze River. All night long, Pink slept near the grasses on the bank of the river with his head tucked under his wing, and when the sun rose up from the east, Pink found he was all alone on the Yangtze River. There was no father or mother, no sisters or brothers, no aunts or uncles, and no 42 cousins to go fishing with Pink. So Pink started out to find them, swimming down the yellow waters of the Yangtze River. As the sun rose higher in the sky, boats came. Big boats and little boats, fishing boats and beggars' boats, houseboats and raft boats, and all those boats had eyes to see with. But nowhere could Pink see the wise-eyed boat, which was his home. Then came a boat full of strange dark fishing birds. Pink saw them diving for fish for their master. As each bird brought a fish to his master, he would give it a little piece of fish for pay. Closer and closer swooped the fishing birds near Pink. Now Pink could see shining rings around their necks, rings of metal made so tight the birds could never swallow the big fish they were catching. Swoop, splash, splash, the ringed birds were dashing here and there all about Pink, so down he ducked and swam under the yellow water of the Yangtze River. When Pink came up to the top of the water, far away from the fishing birds, he found little crumbs floating, tender little rice cake crumbs, which made a path to a houseboat. As Pink ate those crumbs, he came nearer and nearer to the houseboat. Then, splash! There in the water was a boy, a little boy with a barrel on his back, which was tied to a rope from the boat, just as all boat boys on the Yangtze River are tied to their boats. In the boy's hand was a rice cake. "Oh!" cried the little boy, and up dashed Pink and snatched at the rice cake. Quickly the boy grabbed Pink and held him tight. Quack, 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 cried Pink. Oh, oh, yelled the little boy. Pink and the boy made such a splashing and such a noise that the boy's father came running and the boy's mother came running and the boy's sister and brother came running, and they all looked over the edge of the boat at Pink and the boy splashing in the water of the Yangtze River. Then the boy's father and mother pulled at the rope which was tied to the barrel on the little boy's back. They pulled, and up came Pink and the boy onto the houseboat. Ah, a duck dinner has come to us, said the boy's father. I will cook him with rice at sunset tonight, said the boy's mother. No, no, my nice duck is too beautiful to eat, cried the boy. But down came a basket all over Pink, and he could see no more of the boy, or the boat, or the sky, or the beautiful yellow water of the Yangtze River. All day long Pink could see only the thin lines of sun which shone through the cracks in the basket, and Pink was very sad. After a long while Pink heard the sound of oars and felt the jerk, jerk, jerk of the boat as it was rowed down the Yangtze River. Soon the lines of sunshine which came through the cracks of the basket turned rose color, and Pink knew the sun was setting in the west. Pink heard footsteps coming near to him. The basket was quickly lifted, and the little boy's hands were holding Pink. Quickly, quickly! The boy dropped Pink over the side on the boat, and Pink slipped into the water, the beautiful yellow water of the Yangtze River. Then Pink heard the calling. La 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 lee! Pink looked, and there, near the bank of the river, was the wise-eyed boat, which was Pink's home, and Pink saw his mother and his father and his aunts all marching, one by one, up over the little bridge. Swiftly, Pink turned and swam, paddling towards the shore. Now Pink could see his uncles marching, one by one. Paddle, paddle, Pink hurried toward the shore. Pink saw his cousins marching, one by one. Paddle, paddle, Pink neared the shore, but as Pink reached the shore, and the last of Pink's 42 cousins marched over the bridge, and Pink knew that he was late again. But up marched Pink, up over the little bridge, and spank came the spank on Pink's back. Then, at last, Pink was back with his mother and his father and 2 sisters and 3 brothers and 11 aunts and 7 uncles and 42 cousins. Home again on the wise-eyed boat on the Yangtze River.